નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Standard 10th, Subject Science, Chapter 6, Life Processes. Dear students, today we will discuss transport system in the human beings. So you know that what do you mean by transport? Transport means what? The materials sent from one place to the another. So that we are calling a transport. For example, oxygen, you know that the lungs getting the oxygen or receiving the oxygen and sent to all over the bodies. So this is a kind of transport we are saying. Or even you know that the food is mainly digested in the stomach. So it has to reach in each and every part of our bodies. So this we are calling transport. Okay, now you see that blood transports food, oxygen and waste materials to all over the bodies. So what is blood? Blood is a connective tissue, fluid connective tissue. The blood consists of mainly two parts, plasma and suspended materials. The suspended material plasma and the suspended materials. Plasma is a fluid substance. Suspended material means as RBC, WBC and platelets. So you know that plasma is sending food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste materials in the dissolved form. And this RBC is red blood cells sending oxygen to all over the bodies. For this circulation through all over the bodies, there is a pumping organ should be required to reach each and every cell. So that is what we are discussing, the heart. See the human heart here. See the human heart. Human heart has, you know what is human heart? So it is roughly a muscular organ. So the size is roughly a fish-like structure. Fish. Okay, it is placed slightly at the left side of the chest cavity. Okay, this you are calling pumping organ. Okay. Now you see that this diagram you see here, diagram. So there are 4 chambers. So this by looking here, you will not come to know easily. So here I will show you some one diagram. See, look here now. So for example, this one. Okay. So here, so like this. So this is what we are saying septum. This we are calling septum. What we are calling septum. We are saying septum. And this is now 2 sides, 4 chambers. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one atrium. This is left atrium and right atrium. Or you are saying auricle also. Left auricle, right auricle. AURICL. And this you are saying ventricle. Left ventricle, right ventricle and left ventricle. Right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay. So this you are saying now roughly here. Now you see the figure here. The figure here, this is a vena cava here from the upper side of the body. And this is the right atrium from here. And this is the right ventricle. And here you will see the left atrium. And this is the left ventricle. So like this way, 4 walls will be there. Due to these 4 walls, the deoxygenated blood and the oxygenated blood will not mix up. Because here, septum wall will be there. See, septum. So this we are calling septum. There is a wall-like structures. Okay, so that the oxygen pure oxygen or oxygenated blood circulates through all over the bodies. Now you know that here from the right atrium to the right ventricle, here it should be some passage, so that from it will come from the upper to the lower. And here also there must be a passage. And here also, and here also. So like this. So like this way blood transport. See, blood what becomes? Here it enters and it reaches to the ear, and it goes to the lungs, and again it reaches to the left atrium, then it comes to the left ventricles. So like this way, the blood circulation takes place. See the diagram now here. See, you know that from all over the bodies, the deoxygenated means it does not contain oxygen. Deoxygenated. So enters here. Then it reaches to the right atrium. Then from the right atrium, it comes to the right ventricle. Then it passes to the pulmonary arch. And then it goes to the lungs areas. Here, lungs will be the lungs. And here it will mix with the blood. So it becomes then oxygenated. So, try to understand, students. Deoxygenated blood enters from vena cava and it comes to the right atrium and then right ventricle. Then it goes through the pulmonary arteries. Then it will go to the lungs. The lungs, it will be, you know that lungs, it will absorb, blood absorbs the oxygen, so it becomes oxygenated. And from the lungs, so carbon dioxide will be removed out. And from the lungs again it comes to the pulmonary veins, to the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, then to the aorta. So like this way, throughout the bodies, the blood circulates. Okay. Now this is, we are saying, closed circulatory system. What you are saying? Closed circulatory system. And here you will be observing also double circulation system. Okay, what are the ideas, everyone? Okay. Friends, we have seen the heart diagram. Now we will go through the explanation. Okay. See that blood transports food, oxygen and waste materials in our bodies. So blood is transporting food, oxygen and waste materials. Okay, you learned that now. What is blood? Blood is a fluid connective tissue. CONNECTIV. Fluid connective tissue. Blood consists of fluid medium called plasma, in which the cells are suspended. So this blood is made up of plasma and suspended materials like RBC, WBC and platelets. This RBC, see now plasma is sending what transports food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste materials in the dissolved form. See, plasma is transporting food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste materials in the dissolved form. Oxygen is carried out by the red blood cells. See, RBC, oxygen is carried out by the RBC. Okay, so sometimes question is asking how oxygen is carried out in the cells and how the food, carbon dioxide and nitrogen waste cells are carried out in the cells. So this remember also. And many other substances like salts are also transported by the blood. See, some other salts are also transported by the blood. Thus we need for this all sending, thus we need a pumping organ. So pumping organ should be there to circulate throughout the bodies, to push the blood around the body. Okay, a network of tubes reach all the tissues and the system in place ensure that this network can be repaired and damaged. So for this, all this purpose, a pumping organ, what you are calling heart, should be required so that blood reaches to each and every parts of the cells. See that already diagram explanation we have done, but even then you know that here what will be there. See that here from the body, from all over the body, here deoxygenated blood enters. So what will enters? Deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means the blood does not contain any oxygen. Okay, so that enters, that will come, that will pass through vena cava from the upper body and reaches to the right atrium. Where it comes? Reaches to right atrium and then goes through the right ventricle, and in this way this will goes to pulmonary arteries. Okay, so like this way. Then from here that goes to the lungs. And you know that lungs contain blood, and this oxygen is mixed with the blood or absorbs the blood, so it becomes oxygenated blood. And from this again it enters to the pulmonary veins through the heart. So through the heart again it enters to the heart, left atrium and then left ventricle. Then it passes to the aorta to all over the bodies. So in this way oxygen is circulating in our bodies. So this is 2 times it goes to the heart. So that's why you are saying double circulation. You are saying, what you are saying? Double circulation. See, dear students, remember the parts of the heart also. See, this is a heart now. See, this one is septum. So wall-like structure. This is, okay, from here you remember this one is vena cava, right atrium, and this side left atrium, or you are saying right auricle, and this side left auricle, right ventricle and left ventricle, and other parts like this, aorta, pulmonary arteries, pulmonary veins. So these are all the what? Human heart. Okay, sometimes asking, draw a neat well diagram of human heart. So, dear students, you have to practice, draw and practice it, and labeling also. Okay, now we will see what is our pump, the heart. So, the heart is our pump. The heart is a muscular organ. See, heart is a muscles organ made up of muscles, which is roughly as big as our fist. Fist means like this, fist. Okay, it is slightly left side of our chest cavity. Because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood, the heart has different chambers. So heart has different chambers. 4 chambers will be there. How many chambers? See, upper 2 chambers and lower 2 chambers. Right atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle, like these 4 chambers. Okay. And to prevent the oxygenated rich blood from mixing the blood containing carbon dioxide. So that this, due to this septum, due to the 4 chambers, the blood will not mix. If the blood will mix, the body will not get pure oxygen. Okay. To prevent the oxygen rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs. See, the carbon dioxide rich blood reaches to the lungs for the carbon dioxide to be removed, and so that here it will be removed. We know that when it reaches to the lungs, oxygen will be absorbing and then carbon dioxide will be removed. And next here explanation is the carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide removed. Already I told the oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the heart, and again this explanation already we have discussed. Okay, again comes to the heart again, and this oxygenation rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. So then it goes to the aorta and then through all over the body it moves. So we can follow this process step by the figure. See, look the figure that we have done. Oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to the thin walled upper chambers of the heart on the left. This explanation already we have done. Left atrium, then the left atrium relaxes when it is collecting this blood. Just it will make a relaxing in the position. Then it then contracts. While the next chamber, left ventricle, will be what? Expanding. So here it will be relaxing and here it will be expanding so that the blood is transported to it. When the muscular left ventricle contracts in its turn, the blood is pumped out to the body. So when it is in the left chamber, which one? Left ventricle contracts, the blood is pumped to all over the body. Deoxygenated blood comes from the body to the upper chamber of the right. See that already we told deoxygenated blood comes here. Okay. Comes from the body to the upper chamber on the right. The right atrium, it expands, then it comes to the right atrium. Okay, here right atrium will be there, right atrium. Then what it becomes here? Pumped into the right atrium. Then at right atrium contract the corresponding the lower chamber, it reaches to the right ventricle. Dilates means expands. So this transfers of blood to the right ventricle, which is in turn pumps to the lungs oxygenated. So this already we have discussed. Then it reaches to the where? Here lungs through the pulmonary arteries. So then it will be oxygenated. Since the ventricles have the pump blood into various organs, they have thicker muscular walls. So here remember the year. Sometimes asking why the left ventricles have thicker muscles than the arteries. See the arteries here. See look then the arteries. So this will left atrium, arteries. So this will be thick walls. Why that is thick walls? Why? Because since the ventricles have to pump the blood, ventricles have to pump the blood into the various organs, so they have the thicker walls, muscular walls than the atria, So the thinner walls will be there. Okay. So this one, and next it is explanation is walls ensure that blood does not flow backwards. See walls, that I told in the diagram, walls flow in the same direction, but it does not revert back when the atria or ventricles contract. Okay. Now we will see the oxygen enters the blood in the lungs. How the oxygen enters the blood. Okay. So this one we will discuss in the next period, in the next video. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining us